It's time.
The final tactic for Football Manager 22. Here we are then, the final tactic, and of course I picked Napoli because on Twitter that's what you guys wanted to see. If you haven't already followed the socials, please do so, but enough about that. Let me show you this formation.
Sneak peek!
As you can see then, this tactic results in title wins. Napoli, of course, league champions, 86 points, 61 positive goal difference, and 26 wins. An incredible season for Napoli, especially considering they were predicted to finish 6th at the start of the season. Squad-wise, everyone contributes with this formation. It is very counter-attacking, but it gets everybody forward at the same time. Osimhen there, 32 goals. Elmas with 22, playing off the left midfield position. I'll break that down for you in a little bit more detail very soon. But 22 goals, not half bad. 18 goals from Zelensky there with 10 assists. And 26 assists from Politano from that right-hand side of the pitch. Just wait until you see this tactic, because when you see it, you'll want to use it for the final few weeks of Football Manager 22. However, if you haven't already pre-ordered Football Manager 23, I've been able to partner with Fanatical, just like every other YouTuber this year, to get you Football Manager 23 for a little bit cheaper than what you can get it on Steam and all those other platforms. Go to Fanatical, follow the link in the description below, and use the code FM23GG to get yourself 30% off. Get me a little bit of money, you get Football Manager, we're all happy, and FM23 is coming soon, guys. Oi oi. Now that's out of the way, look at the results that we're getting using this. 5-1, 5-0, plenty of 4-0 victories throughout the season as well. This formation is mental. Not only did we win the league, but we almost won the Europa League as well, getting knocked out on penalties. Disappointing, but we dominated domestically, and ultimately, that's all that matters. By dominating, I mean dominating with a side like Napoli. Not expected to win the league, but we did so by having the second most goals in the league and the third most shots for. Not only that, but defensively we were incredibly solid as well, only allowing 351 shots against, and we had the 4th best defense in the entire league. So this formation, very good going forward, but very stable at the back. Now arguably this is an overachievement with Napoli using this formation, but let me show you what happens when you use this formation with a side that's just a little bit better than what Napoli have. And that team is of course PSG, unbeaten all year long, scoring 119 goals and only conceding 23. Incredible what you can achieve with good players. And all of those players performed using this formation as well. Mbappe 49 goals, Messi with 36, Neymar with 20, and even Verratti from central midfield with 13. The assists are equally as crazy. Messi with 24, Neymar with 23, and right back Hakimi there with 13. But it's the stats that blow me away. 119 goals, the fewest shots against by a country mile, the most shots for by nearly 200. This formation creates chance after chance after chance, while also stopping the opposition having any chances. It can't get any better than the final tactic. And in true PSG fashion, they crashed out the Champions League in the quarterfinals, but they won the cup and they won the league using this formation. Now, it's time for me to share the formation with you. And here it is, the ultimate final counter-attacking tactic that you will need for Football Manager 22 to make sure that you are as dominant as you can be in the final few weeks of this cycle. Starting with the mentality, we are going to be balanced, and in possession we want to be overlapping on the left, on the right, and having shorter passing while including a higher tempo. We want to keep the ball, we want to move it fast, we want to make sure the opposition don't have a chance to get it by including that overload on the left and on the right. In transition, we want to counter press, we want to get that ball back. It is a counter-attacking formation, this one. We want to counter, and if our keeper has it, distribute that quickly, get it over the top of the opposition defence, get them on the back foot, and utilise all of our forward players. Out of possession, we want to use the offside trap because we are pushing much higher up the pitch, a much higher line of engagement. We want to get that ball back. Think gegenpress, but without all of the extra stress. We are inviting the pressure and we are killing them when we get the chance to attack them. Trigger press much more often, and of course get stuck in. One of my favourite instructions this year. Hopefully it's still as dominant next year. And the final thing is we want to push the opposition inside. All of our players are inside the central third here pretty much. So bring them to us. Let us get that ball back. Now role wise, let me break it down for you. Our sweep keeper on defend, no extra instructions needed for this guy. Our fullback on the right, all we're adding is stay wider. We want the fullback on attacking duty because we want him bombing up the pitch and staying wider so he can cross it more often. Similarly, on the left hand side, it's exactly the same. Fullback on attack, we want him up and down that wing and stay wider. Centre backs, there are no added instructions to these two. Ball playing defenders on defensive duty, very standard. They keep the ball, especially this right centre back loves to push forward into this half space up here. So hopefully you have a good enough player to play in that position. In front of those two, we have a halfback on defend. Nothing extra added to him. However, during the games, I do sometimes get him to mark the number 10 of the opposition, just in case if they do float into this area over here, so then he can pull them up. In front of the halfback, we have arguably the most pivotal part of this formation, the box-to-box midfielder. No extra instructions are needed because the box-to-box midfielder fills every single space on the pitch. Think Peak Henderson, just up and down the pitch non-stop, every blade of grass covered. This is the player that you want in this position. High stamina, high energy, high work rate. He is your workforce of the team. Think Kante. Now comes the fun part. On the left hand side, the inverted winger on attack. The only instruction I'd advise is to shoot more often. That is because this player gets so many opportunities, you want them to shoot. Ahead of him is the attacking midfielder on attack, and this player is crucial. The box to box does all the work, and this attacking midfielder does all the creativity. As you can see, we want him to take more risks, we want him to dribble more, roam from position, but most importantly, we want him to close down more. It's incredible how many times in this year's match engine the attacking midfielder gets to win the ball back. So utilise him, make sure he is doing that position well. On the right hand side, we have an inverted forward on attack. Don't need any extra instructions here because he will sit in this half space inside of here while the right back bombs up and down the pitch delivering all the crosses. However, the inside forward gets so many assists because similarly to the inverted winger, he ends up being completely unmarked inside the box on the right hand side, so he can just pick his pass every single time. And ahead of all of them is the advanced forward. The only thing I'd add is shoot more often. This player in this formation, especially when you're on the counter attack, will get chance after chance, and we want him to be shooting as often as possible. Get that ball in the goal and win yourself the league. And that is the end of the final tactic for Football Manager 22. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you'll give it a go. The download link will be in the description below, as will the discount code mentioned earlier on. So hopefully you use that to get yourself Football Manager 23 at a massive discount. And I'll see you soon for Football Manager 23. Thank you for your support this year. It's been amazing. I've been GG, you've been the best, and hopefully I'll see you soon.